I'm like, what triggers the most RFEs and NOIDs in this source of fund process?
What triggers RFEs could, of course, be the mood of the officer, which is not true. Generally, there is something that triggers an RFE in the current time. And I cannot stress it enough because this has become a common trend where people are doing partial funding.
Okay, okay.
People have fund availability of say 200,000 and they know that they can get the 800,000 tomorrow from whichever sources. So they do their funding with 200,000. The regional centers and the projects, of course, have this provision because the law says you can do partial funding, which is, we start with the partial funding and then they promise to do funding within, say, 6 months.
Okay, okay.
Now, as we just talked, the petitions are being picked for adjudication within 6 to 12 months, 12, 15.
Okay.
If the petition was picked at the 6th month,
okay,
and your fully funded supplement, the documents proving that you've done full funding have not reached the USCIS.
Okay.
At that point, they will issue an RFE. And when they're issuing an RFE, then whatever little questions they have, you've submitted your tax returns for 5 years, maybe missed out on one.
Okay, okay.
You've submitted your bank statements where there are some transactions with the government felt were odd or awkward. They can then add all of that in that RFE and come back to you. So that is the partial funding RFEs that I have seen. Because, when you complete your full funding, say I completed my full funding within the given 6 months period.
Okay.
At the end of my 6 months. Now I'm going to give my documents to the attorney to file. Okay, please send out the supplement. The attorneys are going to take their time. They have their own caseloads. They will say take 6, 8, 12. I've seen attorneys taking 20 weeks.
Okay.
So now this timeline has gone to 10 months. So within that, you will definitely get an RFE. The other factors for RFEs which we see have been where we have not given the precise source of funds, primarily for land sales and property sales, which I've had a few, especially if the property is in a foreign nation. We've had a few RFEs. Again, I always talk of my own experience. We've had RFEs where properties were purchased, say, in Canada. We've had some coming from the Middle East, India. So how was the property purchased and, where did the funding come from?
Okay, okay.